Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Learning FreeCAD for Beginners, where we'll teach the fundamentals of FreeCAD whilst we learn workflows. Today we're going to be looking at a master sketch workflow using draft clones. What this allows us to do is create a folder that contains a number of master sketches. In this example, we're going to be using master sketches to control profile of a sweep. We can then take one of those master sketches and use a clone inside a part design body. This allows the main master sketch to reside in a folder that you can update without drilling into the body and finding the profile sketch within there for the sweep. If we had another body, we can actually use the same master sketch and just clone it into there. This means both bodies are controlled by the same sketch, but the sketch is easily available outside of those bodies. We're going to be covering this technique in 2 videos, but they both are independent of each other. The first video we're going to be looking at the master sketch workflow using those clones to create 2 simple sweeps in 2 different bodies, where you can change the profiles in total isolation to the model and show you how changing one will affect both of them. In the second video, we're going to be using a master sketch along with a parametric spreadsheet. And this will allow us to create a fully dynamic and configurable model. So I hope you're enjoying these videos, and let's have a look at this technique. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the site. I also have a Ko-Fi or a coffee site that you can donate to if you so desire, and that's at ko-fi.com/MANG0. I also run a Patreon where you can subscribe and get extra content, and that's at www.patreon.com/MangoJellySolutions. Any money that's kindly donated will be used to expand the channel. For this tutorial, we're going to start off in the Sketcher and create the profiles for the sweeps that we want. I'm going to create a new document and create a new sketch. Doesn't matter which plane we're going to place this on, because we're going to use attachment to actually place the profiles in the correct position. Let's hit OK on the XY plane. And I'm going to create just a simple sketch. Now I'm going to center it over this center point here. So for instance, I'm going to use a rounded rectangle and place it in here and center this using symmetrical constraints across the center point using the symmetrical constraint, and we have our profile. Now it'll be wise to add some length and dimensions in here, but I'm going to leave that till later because we're going to just show you the process first and then get on to some kind of project work once we get the main skills down. So this is my profile. This is my first profile. What I'm going to do is come over and close that. And I'm going to name this sketch Profile 1. Come over to Profile 1, click on it and press the spacebar so it's invisible. Let's place it out of view so we can now create a new sketch again along the same plane, the XY plane, and OK that. This time I'm going to create a different profile. I'm just going to go for a standard circle and place that within the center. Let's close that. Therefore, we've got another profile over here, which I'm going to rename. I'm taking my time to rename these because these are going to act as master sketches. Now I've got these 2 profiles. I'm going to come into the document at the top. At the moment it's unnamed because I haven't saved it. And right click and create a group. This creates a directory that I can place my profiles in. Again, I can rename that. I'm going to call it Profile Templates. Now I've got the 2 profiles, I can control click both of these and drag them into that group. So within the group, we now have 2 profiles. And we'll just make some small amendments to this one, just to change the size so it's not as big. So we've got the 2 profiles, 2 separate profiles. I'm going to use these in a part design workflow. So let's come over to the part design. Now we must make sure that nothing is selected. So nothing in the profiles is selected, nothing is selected on the screen. That means when we create a new body, nothing gets copied into that body. That's important because we're going to be using these and referencing these via some kind of link or clone. And we'll go through that in a moment. The next thing I'm going to do is create a simple path for that profile to follow. Now it's going to be either or one of those profiles. So I'm going to come into this body. You can see it's active because it's bold. And we'll create a new sketch. I'm going to go along the XY plane again and OK. Now from here, I'm going to sketch a simple path from this point. So I'm going to use the polyline and come up and attach a path like so. We're going to sweep one of these profiles along this path. So the other thing I'm going to do is create some curvature in here as well. To do that, I'm going to use the fillet tool. So it's up here, the fillet tool, or sketch geometries, and then we can come down to the fillet tool, create fillet. We've got two types of fillet here. I'm just going to go for the normal fillet for the time being. I'm just going to fillet off these edges so we've got curvature in there, and we'll just make both of these equal. So we have a path to follow. I'm just going to place this line with a vertical constraint. If this is highlighted in orange at all, we just come over to the solver and we will see that we have a message here which we can click on and delete the redundant constraints. Let's close that. Now we have our path. We'll quickly rename that to path. Now what I'm looking to do is take one of these profiles and sweep it along this path. But if I wanted to do that, first of all I have to position the profiles correctly so they're pointing normal to this sketch. At the moment they're facing downwards, and also I have to bring the profiles into the body. But I don't want to bring these in, just copy them into the body, because I want to keep them outside to use as a template. The idea is if we modify any of these profiles, the changes reflect throughout. We'll get to that in a moment. Now I could use like a sub shape binder to pull this into the body. But the trouble is with these two shape binders, they don't have a property for attachment to a sketch. And we need that with this one. So if I took the profile, this one, and create a sub shape binder, if I click on that binder that's inside that body now, you can see the support is actually referring to the profile. And we've got no map mode, so we can't use that. The way to do this is to come over to the draft workbench. I'm just going to turn the gridding off because we don't need it with this icon down the bottom. Within the draft workbench we have clone tools. So I'm going to click on one of the profiles and come up to the modifications and down to clone. This clones the profile. Now it's important to go back to the very first profile and hide it by pressing the spacebar. Therefore we've got this profile here which I'm toggling the visibility of. I'm just going to hide the other profile as well, so we've just got this profile. Now if I click on this clone, you can see I've got a support and a map mode. We can drag the profile inside the body so it can be used within this body. Now the profile's inside the body, that's position it. So the map mode here is deactivated. Let's click on the button on the end, and now it's asking us to select a reference. So for the reference, I'm going to select the vertex just here. You can see the vertex has changed. At the moment it's saying translate origin, which means that the shape or the geometry has translated to the origin of that point. It's still positioned around the wrong way, so we need a second reference to attach this. Make sure it's saying selecting. If not, just click on it and it's saying selecting there, and I'm going to click on this line. At the moment it's in error, and that's because we got to pick normal to edge. That means the sketch will point normal to that edge. So the Z axis of that sketch is now pointing along this line. This is the Z axis as in a local coordinate system of the sketch, not the global coordinate system. They are two different things. That's it, okay. Now we've got a profile within this body. Let's use that and sweep. So let's come over to the part design, come over to the model tab and click the profile. So our profile here. Come up to part design. It's an additive feature. So create an additive feature and additive pipe. We've got the profile as the object, and now we can add the edges. Or we can click on object and select the object that we want. And that's selected the whole object. That means I don't have to add the individual edges. So if I change this, we don't have to come back into the additive pipe and update those edges in our list. That's okay that now. So now we've got our pipe running through here. The idea of this is that we can at any time come into our original profile and change it, and it will be reflected through our model. So the additive pipe has used a profile, which is a clone of profile 1, which is here. So if I come into profile 1 and change this by deleting the geometry within and add in, say, a slot and closing, everything gets updated. This means I can add another body in here. Let's create another body and go through the same process. So body 1, it's active, so we'll add a sketch, place it along the XY plane, and OK. And I'm just going to place just a simple line in here off to the side. Let's hit close. Now a line is added. We'll come into the draft workbench and we'll take profile 1 from our profile templates, come to modifications, clone, and then drag that clone into our new body. Now clones in the new body, I can take that profile and use the map mode. At the moment it's sitting here, still in the original position. So look at the map mode, click on the button at the end, select the point on the new body, and the second reference, we'll select the line and make sure it's normal to edge. Now that's normal to edge, that's okay that. Can come back over to the part design, select the profile, I'm going to select it from screen this time, create the pipe using the toolbar, the object's been added, select the object and then add the object. Or we can add edges by selecting the edges if we want and hit OK. Now we've got the two profiles in here. We actually only got one because it's linked. So our original profile can at any time be changed to whatever we want. Let's go for a polyline. And we'll just sketch something in here like so and hit close. Both bodies have changed and our profiles have been used in both sections. This means at any time we can go back and change our profiles, and any clones that have been made for those profiles can update in those bodies. This really opens up the flexibility of creating parametric models with spreadsheets. We have the customization of the profile along with the configuration and customization through a spreadsheet. We're going to be building such a model in our next video. If that's not up on my channel already, that'll be up there in the next few days. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again soon. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the site. I also have a Ko-Fi or a coffee site that you can donate to if you so desire, and that's at ko-fi.com/MANG0. I also run a Patreon where you can subscribe and get extra content, and that's at www.patreon.com/MangoJellySolutions. Any money that's kindly donated will be used to expand the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you again soon.